Hi, friends. This is Miss Bertram again from T.G. Scott Elementary in Forsyth, Georgia. And I wanted to share the next installment on my reading with Junie B. Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus. We've really been enjoying it. Junie B. Jones is so funny. She's a funny girl, and all of my students enjoy her. They can relate to her. Everybody's got somebody that's silly and crazy like that in their classroom. So I'm going to keep reading. I hope y'all are staying safe at home and doing some things besides just watching TV. I hope you're getting outside some. My family planted a garden, and I put some extra flowers in my flower bed up front. I think I'm going to keep adding to it. I may have this beautiful flower bed before we get back to school in August, but I'll have to show y'all some pictures. Or maybe we'll read in the garden one day or something. That would be fun. But I hope y'all are enjoying the book. And in between me reading with you, you can always read, with your family or by yourself. I mean, reading, remember, is what makes us smart. So let me see if I can share my screen and find it. There it is. All right. This is chapter 5, and it's called Principle. And I'm going to put my glasses on so that I can read it because, these things happen. We have to wear glasses sometimes to be able to see. So, chapter 5, Principle. After we left the nurse, we went to the main office. That's where the boss of the school lives. His name is Principal. Principal is a baldy. He talked to us. Then Lucille raised her hand. My brother said that last year he had to come down here and you yelled at him. And now he's not allowed to beat up kids at recess anymore. Principal kind of laughed, then held the door for us to leave. After that, we walked to the water fountain and Mrs. let us drink. And I didn't get a long one, though, because kids kept tapping on me. Hurry up, girl, they said. Yeah, only guess what? That's not even my name, I told them. Her name is Junie Bumblebee, said Lucille. Then she laughed, but I didn't think it was a very funny joke. After that, Mrs. showed us where the bathrooms were. There's two kinds of bathrooms at our school, a boys' kind and a girls' kind. I can't go in the boys' kind, though. There's no girls allowed, that's why. I tried to peek my head in there, but Mrs. snapped her fingers at me. The only boy who got to go into the bathroom was a boy I can beat up. He was jiggling around very much. Then he started running all over the place, and he was holding the front of his pants. William, said Mrs., are you having an emergency? Then William yelled, yes, and he ran right in there. The rest of us walked back to our room. I touched Lucille's fingernails, and she said that her fingernail polish was named Very, Very Berry. I would like to have fingernail red too, I said, but I'm only allowed to have the kind of polish that makes them look shiny. His name is Clear. Clear is the color of spit. I hate clear, said Lucille. Me too, I told her. And also I hate yellow, which is the color of the stupid smelly bus. Lucille nodded her head. My brother said that when you ride home on the bus, kids pour chocolate milk on your head. Then all of a sudden, my stomach felt queasy again because I had to ride the bus home. That's why. Why did you have to tell me that for, Lucille? I said, kind of grouchy. After we got back to room 9, we did some more work. It was the game to help us learn each other's names. I learned Lucille and also a girl named Charlotte and another girl named Grace. Then I learned a boy named Ham, which we eat at Grandma Miller's. Pretty soon, Mrs. clapped her loud hands together. Okay, everyone, gather up your thing. It's almost time for the bell. Then I heard a noise in the parking lot. It was screechy brakes, and I looked out the window and I saw the school bus. It was coming to get me. Oh no, I said kind of loud. Now I'm going to get chocolate milk poured on my head. Then I chewed on my fingers. Get in line, said Mrs. When we get outside. I want all of my bus students to come with me. The rest of you must go to the crossing guard. Everyone was lined up. I was the very last one. Just then the bell rang and Mrs. marched out the door. Then everybody else marched out too. Except, guess what? I didn't. All right, chapter 6, A Good Hider. We're the very last one in line. Nobody watches you. That's how come nobody saw me when I ducked behind the teacher's desk and hid. I'm a good hider. One time at Grandma Miller's house, I hid under the kitchen sink. Then I made a growly sound and sprung out at her. I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Anyway, I stayed scrunched behind the teacher's desk for a while, and then I saw a better place to hide. It was the big supply closet in the back of the room. And so I ran back there very fast, and I squeezed into the bottom shelf. I squeezed right on the top construction paper. Most of me was comfortable, except my head was sort of very tight, and my knees were all bended, like when I do somersaults. Then I pulled the door mostly closed. Don't shut it all the way, though, and I mean it, I said right out loud. I stayed real quiet for lots of minutes. Then I heard noises in the hall, and some feet came running to the room. Big people's feet, I think. What happened? I heard someone ask. One of my little girls is lost, said a voice that sounded like Mrs. Her name is Junie Jones, and she didn't get on the bus. So now we've got to go out looking for her. Then I heard some keys jingle, and the feet went running out again, and the men shut the door. I still didn't come out of the closet, though. When you're a good hider, you can't come out for a very, very long time. I just stayed there all bended up, and I told myself a story. Not an out loud story, just inside my head. It was called The Little Hiding Girl. I made it up, and this is how it went. Once upon a time, there was a little girl, a little hiding girl. She was in a secret spot where nobody could find her, except her head was very tight and her brain was squishing out. But she still couldn't come out of her spot, or a smelly yellow monster would get her. And also some meanies with chocolate milk. The end. After that, I rushed in my eyes. Resting your eyes is what Grandpa does when he watches TV after dinner. Then he snores. And Grandma Miller says, Go to bed, Frank. It's not the same thing as nap, though, because naps are for babies, that's why. And anyway, I didn't snore. I just did a little drool. Then finally, when my eyes were done resting, they woke up. And so I came out of the closet and ran right to the window. And guess what? There weren't any cars in the parking lot. And no stupid smelly bus either. Whew! That's a relief, I said. A relief is when your stomach doesn't feel squeezy anymore. After that, I went back to the closet because while I was hiding, I sniffed the smell of clay. That's why. And clay is my very favorite thing in the whole world. Hey, I see it up there, I said. The clay was on the middle shelf. I stood on a chair to get it. It was blue and stiff, so I had to roll it on the floor to make it soft and warm. Then I rolled it into a blue orange. It was very beautiful, except it had some dirt and hair on it. After I was done, I went to the front of the room and sat down in my teacher's big chair. I like teacher's desks very much. The drawers are so big, I could fit in one, I think. Opened up the top one. There were happy face stickers and rubber bands and also gold stars, which I love a very lot. I stuck one on my forehead. Then I found paper clips and red marking pens and new pencils with no points and scissors and travel tissues. And guess what else? Chalk. I said, brand new chalk that's not even out of its little box yet. Then I stood up in my teacher's chair and clapped my hands together very loud. I want everyone to find a chair and sit down. Today we're going to learn some alphabet and some reading. And also I will teach you how to make blue orange. But first, everyone has to watch me draw stuff. Then I went to the board and drew with my brand new chalk. I drew a bean and a carrot and some curly hair. Then I wrote some O's. O's are my bestest letter. After that, I bowed. Thank you very much, I said. Now you may go out for recess. I smiled, except not for that gym. Haha. All right, let me stop the sharing. All right, I finished chapters 5 and 6. You know, Junie B. Jones is so funny, but she's hiding from her teacher. And if that was my student, I would be very worried. And I bet her teacher is worried too. So don't take that as a clue of something to do. Don't hide from your teacher and get on the bus when you're supposed to, or everybody will be in trouble, including you and your teacher. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to put some questions in later, and y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.